And so there's so many stories like, I mean, one of the...
What a way to see the United States.
Oh my gosh. You know, there's two things that there's an event with a television crew that is very special to me. And the other is the question everybody asks me about, what's your best day? Yeah. Well, the one with the television crew is so important to me, and I didn't realize it at the time, but they stopped me on the side of the road. And
where were you? Do you remember?
No, I might want to say
Kentucky. It all blends in. We forgive you.
Yeah, but it might have been Tennessee actually. But they said, Terry, this is live TV, and I said, fine. So they asked me the normal questions that everybody asked me. Why are you doing this, and so forth. And then this one question that no one's ever asked me. Terry, if President Clinton was here, what would you say to him? And I remember kind of digging deep to come up with something. And I looked in the camera and I said, Mr. President, are our children the future of this country? And somebody off camera said, well, of course. And I said, well, Mr. President, if our children are the future of this country, then how come you don't have a Secretary of Children? And this whole crew, this television crew, you could just, they took a deep breath, and I thought, oh my gosh. And I realized what I said and the importance of it. Because every day I would talk to kids. They would run with me, and they'd tell me their stories and heartache. And I thought, we're missing this. That's our future. And no one really is representing them. And these kids were telling me that. No one cares. Mm-hmm. So that's probably the most important day. And the most important day when I was running, if you will, I was about 35 miles north of St. Louis. And by that time, the media was my best friend. Mm. And NBC called me.
Yeah, it's quite a story.
NBC called me on a Friday night at the Holiday Inn where we were. And they said, could we be with you all day tomorrow? And you want to say no, because that means I have to look like a runner, I have to run fast, and that's going to hurt. So the next morning, here they are, and I, of course, said yes. And we're running south towards St. Louis. And we've covered now about over 30 miles. And now I'm starting to run into the city, and about every other block, there's the tripod and the camera and the big white truck with NBC on it. And, you know, I'm running by, and they're taking their film.
Capturing their footage, yeah.
And so about every 2 or 3 blocks, there they are again. And now I'm into a part of the city where there's burned out cars on each side. It looks like a bomb has gone off. I mean, buildings torn down, boarded up windows, and yet mothers are coming out of their houses and hugging me. Men are coming over and shaking my hand with tears in their eyes. Kids are running with me. There's an obvious street gang on the corner there who's giving me thumbs up. And I thought, wow, it's a celebration. And it's just it was a wonderful moment.
But sounds like a neglected area.
Oh, it was very tough. Whatever you can imagine as a tough part of the city, it's even worse. But to me, it was everybody celebrating. And so I finally get through that part of town, and I'm down to the Arch in St. Louis. And there's the white truck with NBC on it, and there is the cameraman and other people. And I went up and I said to the camera guy, I said, hey, where were you guys back there?
Yeah.
And he got real serious. And he said, well, Terry, you were running through East St. Louis. And then he hesitated. And he said, nobody goes into East St. Louis and comes out. And I just stared at him. And for a couple of days after, when I was running, I was trying to figure out what was that, what does it mean to me? You know, is there something that I learned from it? And I learned that I'm a real person doing this from my heart, and they knew it.
Yeah.
Because if I had just walked through there, I don't know if I would have made it.
Right.
I'm sure that street gang on the corner wouldn't have been going thumbs up.
No, they were giving you the thumbs up.
Oh, yeah.
It's so terrific.
And so I realized that that's what this world needs. That's what this country needs.
Yeah.
Real people doing it for the right reasons. Yeah. And
then you made the real connection as you were going through there.
It was wonderful.
Where can people that are listening and watching find your book?
Oh, my book. Well, my book is called A Father's Odyssey, and it's my way of giving back. It has a lot of quotes in it from people that we all know and love.
Right.
And
people can find it on your website?
My website at www.terryhitchcock.com.
Okay, good. So besides the book,
yes,
there's something else quite spectacular about your story, in that you were approached and your story got made into an award-winning documentary.
Oh, big time.
Yes, and we're going to watch a quick trailer to it. Do you want to give a short introduction? Or?
Sure. Well, let me go back to the book just for a second, just so everybody knows. Most, if not all, of the proceeds go to breast cancer, diabetes, Asperger's or autism, and also single parents and their children. So it goes to charity.
Good.
Now, as far as the documentary, it's won many, many awards. It's the what do I want to say? Billy Bob Thornton, who's an Academy Award winner, is the narrator.
He's the narrator.
And he's a wonderful human being. And he said, I got to do this because this story must be told. And along beside him was the previous president of the elementary school principals of Washington. He said, every child in America, actually in the world, should read this book. And so this is a very special book and a very special documentary that just won one of the highest awards called the Dove Award, because it's family friendly.
Yes.
And it's a wonderful documentary that has just completed its first run of 534 theaters. It's then going to go into DVD late this year, and then we'll go back into theaters again.
Wonderful.
And also international. And then the studio is now writing a screenplay for a feature film, and that's going to be called Pushing Life. And I'm sure that's probably within 2 years.
Amazing. Well, let's take a look at the trailer.
Great.
Numbing cold, burning sun, stifling heat. Uphill, downhill, day after day. This is the story of Terry Hitchcock and the two marathons that shaped his life. The one he ran and the one he lived.
The five of us really was a very tight family. Fun, telling jokes. We had a station wagon and a house in the country and a sheepdog, and it could have been a TV program. I had taken a new job with this company in town, and I got a call one day, early morning, from Sue, and she said, would I mind coming home? And she said, I just came back from the doctors. She said, the doctor said I had breast cancer. When Sue died, I said to God, how come not me? But I think I had a lot to learn. I began to appreciate what single parents go through. Someone had to get out there, and someone had to talk about what these kids need and what these families need. I said I want to do a marathon a day. But I want to run on the highway, or run by myself and team to the opening ceremonies of the Olympics in Atlanta.
Here we go, now into the unknown.
You look at this guy, you do not think this is a marathon runner.
Well, he's 56 years old, he's on high blood pressure medication. I don't think he's really ever run before.
what did I get myself into? It was very cold. It was in the 40s.
The wind would blow, it'd shoot right through you.
Everyone's excited, everyone's having fun, but it would slowly, I guess, turn on us.
It was more than I think any of us truly understood what we were signing up for.
Every day running 26 miles.
Just the wear and tear every single day. You know, his feet would just eaten up from the constant pounding he was taking.
I started to feel real dizzy. Everything started getting red. Chris, I'm getting chest pains. I think my faith helped. I felt that this was kind of a calling for me. And I felt that if I could just get out on the highway, somehow I could tell the story of what I knew kids were going through.
Dr. Terry Hitchcock has formed a Children Are Forever Foundation and a 100 city tour.
Hitchcock's running 1,800 miles for children.
Every one of us can do something. Be a hero. Be somebody's hero.
Wow, that is really something.
Thank you.
Terry, thank you again so much for coming in to talk with us.
Believe me, it's my honor. Thank you.
This is Lori Creever signing off, inviting you to read a book. It could change your life. And let's encourage our children to do the same.